And when I went to go reach for the door, literally, I remember like I don't remember anything, dude. I've had so many concussions, like with all my racing stuff. I don't remember anything, but I remember this. I went to open the door swings open, it's her dad.
Oh, hell.
And of course I didn't know that though. It's just a guy, he comes through and I'm like, go to hold the door. And then it's her mom. And then it's her and her boyfriend and her sister and her sister's boyfriend. And they just funnel out. Yeah. And I'm just like, cause game was over, whatever. I'm like, I bitched out.
Everybody, and welcome back to the show, Late Night Laughs with the Lawsons. And today, I got a very special guest with me. You guys may have seen him on TV. You guys may have seen him dressed up doing skits on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. I got my boy, Bryce Sparks, a.k.a. Mr. Whiskey Biz.
How's it going,
dude?
What's
up, bro?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
You came all the way here to the middle of nowhere, Missouri for me?
I did, bro.
That's crazy.
I love it.
I'm honored.
I honestly was shocked and surprised you messaged me back.
Oh,
as busy as you are.
No, we were very busy, but I couldn't have responded fast enough, man. And I feel I feel a little guilty that you had to come all the way because we have nothing here to offer. There's nothing going on here. We're literally in a field, I
love it because it's like a difference between I live in a cookie cutter subdivision.
Yeah.
So coming out here, it's like I used to live out like this when I was a kid. Like this is what I love. I love four-wheelers and dirt bikes. I've never been in a side-by-side until last night, which was cool. We'll talk about that. Yeah. This is me. Like whenever we're done living in the city.
Yeah.
It's like a little big town. It's not like, I have a lot of listeners in Bowling Green. They're like, shitty, this ain't the city. It's a little big town, but like when I'm done, we're moving out into Alvaton to where we can have some chickens. We could shoot some guns if we want to, like make noise, whatever. But you got it made out here, bro.
Thanks,
it's
dude.
Cool.
Thanks. Yeah. I, doing all the traveling and stuff, working over the road, welding and all that stuff for years. There was no place like home. When I got to come back here, I just liked it. Peace and quiet. It was no hustle and bustle. It's kind of like when you go to all these places, people are like, oh, you got to go down there and see this, or you got to go down and see that. And after you kind of do that for 15 years, it's like, I've seen it all. You know what I want? I just want peace and quiet, my family. That's what I want,
Yeah.
So this is, I like it out here.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So thanks for having me, but I just got to get to it. Whiskey Biz, and I haven't asked that for this particular reason because I wanted to wait on the show because we went out to dinner, we got to meet each other, and we talked a lot. So a lot of the questions I'm going to ask today is kind of what we've already talked about. But the one I haven't asked is, where did Whiskey Biz come from? What is the name in correlation with what you do or who you are?
Well, right out front, I'm not a whiskey drinker whatsoever. So it has nothing to do with like I like whiskey or anything like that. I don't make it. We started a party bus company, my wife and I. And
nice.
So I already had a couple other businesses that I was a part of. I was getting insurance quotes and stuff like that. And my insurance broker that handles some of my other stuff for me, he was like, man, just letting you know, you really shouldn't be doing this because it's a risky business you're getting into. And we were sitting right here in this living room over on the couch one night. Me and my wife were sitting there. We're like, we need to come up with a name for the company, whatever. And we were going to name it Risky Business because it just stuck in my head where my insurance guy was like, bro, this is, you're doing okay. Don't do this. This is like potentially a major risk. And so we were going to call it Risky Business. And then I was like, no, what if we go Whiskey Business? Because we're basically hauling drunk people around. It's kind of a play on words there. And, it sounds good. Well, I look it up online and there's a lot of other, bars and strip clubs and stuff.
That's named Whiskey Biz.
Whiskey Business.
Oh, Whiskey Business.
Yeah. So that's the legal name of the company,
Gotcha.
And we look it up online to start making the social media handles and stuff for them. And Whiskey Business was taken with different bars and stuff. Whiskey Biz wasn't. So
Whiskey Biz sounds much cooler.
Which, it does now. It all kind of somebody, I don't remember who it was. Somebody ran into me one time and was like, man, you had that down to a science. It's the right syllables. It's the right this.
Yeah.
I'm like, No, it just was what was available,
That's
to be
cool.
honest with you.
It's crazy how like names like that come up, but like Risky Business, I think of like a pet groomer shop. I don't know if like when I hear Risky Biz, it's like
a cat or something.
Bring your dog, let's cut your cat up. Well, not cut your cat up, but shave your cat. But Whiskey Biz does kind of flow off the tongue. Cool. It's a cool name. And you got a lot of cool stuff with your name on it. So with everything you got going on, we talked a little bit about you was like in the welding business before this. So like, what made you transfer from your full-time career? Like, is welding what you always wanted to do as a kid?
No, I actually wanted to, right out of high school, I wanted to start building like custom motorcycles and building ATVs and stuff like that.
So this has kind of like been in your blood for a long time.
My whole life. Ever since I can remember, I was riding something with wheels on it. I mean, early on it was like power wheels, electric. But if it had a motor, I wanted it. I wanted to be riding on it. So I've been wanting to do that, like build this type of stuff forever. And my dad, he just was like, no, you're not going to be able to have fun and make money. So you need to get into something that's like a job that's going to, like, unfortunately it's going to suck, but you're going to be able to make good money. You like to have nice things. You like these ATVs, you like all that. You want to be able to buy one, get you a job that's not going nowhere.
Right.
So I went and learned a trade and
that's cool.
Went to HVAC. I learned HVAC first.
Nice.
Then got into the welding and stuff. But how that transition happened was in 2012 was when I made my first YouTube channel, started editing videos and stuff of riding side-by-sides, and we were racing side-by-sides and doing all that type of stuff. And but I didn't really know that you could make money doing it. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I was the only person I knew with the YouTube channel. Like it was just really for me and some of my buddies to watch. My face was never really on it unless Paige just happened to have the, back then it was like a camcorder where it'd flip out and stuff. Unless she just happened to get a little shot of me or something, because I was always filming my buddies. And so been doing the welding stuff, traveling all over. And it was kind of like the 2019 era where
was that when COVID kind of came around?
Yeah. And the COVID was a thing where it was like, it really affected a lot of people I knew, but it never really affected me because like with this whole, essential worker stuff, that was me. I was on these jobs. I was in these plants, these different facilities working and welding and doing these projects. Yeah. So I never missed a day of work ever, never missed a lick, nothing. We were just going nonstop. Still working. I brought my daughter and Paige out to whatever job site I was on. They stayed with me in the hotel.
That's cool.
Yeah, we did that for a while. Because she was at that time she was working for Girl Scouts, so she could kind of work remote, and they weren't doing much. So with COVID stuff, and then we just really kind of like laid on the gas around that. Yeah. 2019, 2020, COVID was doing its thing, but I was out working and posting it, and people are like, that was really kind of where I think I kind of caught my traction. Was like, this guy, he's living a normal life. What the hell? Like, why?
That makes sense. Yeah.
Why am I sitting in my, inside? And so anyways, I got a lot of views, I feel like, because the competition was, I say competition. I'm a big believer in your own competition, but there wasn't a whole lot of other people to watch because other people were just sitting in their house too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of your main creators didn't post for a long time, and it allowed, somebody like me to kind of make some waves, I guess.
That's cool.
And, so that's kind of how it happened. We just kept really just any little bit of money we made on social media, I put it right back into the videos. Still doing that today. Like, we talked about it last night a little. Like,
I think that's the most important part is to like obviously investing in yourself with anything, whether it's your business, whether it's doing something you love, but like that's the most important part. Anything you make from creating the content, like pump it back in there, do a little bit bigger, a little bit better next time. You know,
and it doesn't even have to be like investing in yourself as far as that goes, just to elaborate on it. Like it doesn't have to be a monetary thing. You know what I mean? Just taking time for yourself, taking time for whatever, like putting it into your relationship. That's investing in yourself. You know what I mean? Taking that extra minute, like splurging, getting the nicer truck, whatever it may be,
treat yourself.
Yeah. That's all, you know what I mean? So it's, I just reinvested it, whether it was my time, my energy, or my money, whatever it was just going back in videos. And it eventually got to a place where one was kind of catching up to the other one.
Yeah.
I got to the place where I was be on job sites and people are asking me for pictures. And it was like, not really a problem. It was cool, but it was definitely kind of weird because I'm just a normal dude.
I'm just welding.
Yeah. I don't know why you want to picture with me and stuff. And then other people on the jobs are asking, why are these people wanting pictures with you? And then, they're going home and Googling me, and then they're coming back. Oh, my daughter loves you. Can I get a picture with you? Like the bosses and stuff that I was working for, or the project managers, it just made things a little bit more difficult, And I just got to that point. And I was like, I'm here. I've always wanted to fucking do this, man. Like, let's just try it. Life's short. Who cares?
Did you struggle with making that jump, like the decision, and like, did you feel like, you know, I'm taking care of this family. I got my family telling me one thing, you know, you want to do another. Like, was it hard for you to make that jump and transition?
Dude. Super hard. Super, bro. It's the craziest thing in the world to think that just a guy like me in the middle of absolutely nowhere, I'm not part of a team. I don't have a camera guy. I don't have nothing. At that time, I had a couple completely jam-packed full iPhones. I had to delete a couple videos off to record the next ones. You know, that's where I was at when I did this. Yeah, it was very, very scary, very sketchy. But the thing was, I literally, like, since just giving it my all and being able to do it full time, and it's been very good, you know.
Yeah.
And, I encourage that for everybody. I encourage everybody to make some kind of videos, some sort of, I don't really like the word content. Make some entertainment, you know, make something for somebody to watch. I encourage everybody to do it because you're going through life anyway. Just put it out there. If you make $100 a month, that's amazing. If you don't, worst case scenario, you make somebody's day a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, that's the worst. I mean, if you can handle some of the negativity comes along with the internet.
There's a little bit.
Yeah. But, you know, I just encourage it for people. Maybe, you know, it may not be for you if you can't handle a little bit of negativity, but I think we're all kind of getting a little bit more numb to that, you know, getting a little bit more used to it because it's just the internet, you know, it's everywhere.
2024.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. I found it very hard. And what I love about meeting with like creators, because I've only met with maybe one or two other creators on the show. I see a lot in common with everybody, like the transition, how hard it was, how around the same time when they kind of blew up, like COVID was a big time for us. COVID was a big time for you. I think COVID was a big time for everybody that I've kind of found out. So, and I don't think it's too late to jump on into doing content, because the content, the entertainment business, the social media, it's not going anywhere. If anything, it's just going to keep going and keep growing. If it's something you're wanting to do, I would suggest do it. You know, you're continuing to do it. Where's Whiskey Biz go? Like, what is your long-term goal with creating all this content? Like, what do you want to do? Yeah,
that's a good question that we don't even have completely figured out.
Yeah.
I mean, it changes every day, you know. We're on a TV show now. It's looking really good. Like, we're going to be doing a season 2.
And what is that TV show?
It's called? Mud Madness on Discovery Channel.
Nice.
Yep. Season 1 was great. We broke lots of different like standards, records. I don't know. They sent me kind of the list of the stuff the show did, and it was really good.
That's cool.
So we're doing another season, and you know, that in the entertainment space, nothing is 100% until it's in black and white.
Yeah,
you know, I've come to realize that. So that it's not in black and white yet, but all the verbal agreements have been done.
Cool.
So yeah, that's kind of like the next thing. But dude, I just want to be living for a living. Like, so really, that's all it is. I don't want to be the biggest. I don't want to be the best.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I really don't. I just, if we can go through life and have fun, and I can make my kids smile and laugh and give her something, I want her to be like, that's my dad. You know, if I'm getting that, that's really all that matters.
True.
You know?
I feel that. And I love how you said, like, the monetary thing isn't the big deal. And it's really not. It's like, you're making a living to live. And living to me is like having fun, having cool stuff, you know, having fun with my family, spending time with my family. Now that you're not in a 9 to 5 or a whatever welding is, probably like a 12 to 12. I don't know. You know, I would imagine that's a very busy life, but like, now you get to spend more time with the family and wake up. You was telling me you get to take your daughter to school now. And,
that's my duty, and,
awesome.
And ain't nobody taking it from me. You know, like, for real, that's something I missed. I missed her first steps. I missed birthdays. I missed so many things. Like, when I was doing that job, and I got nothing but respect for all them boys and girls out there getting that money, you know, missing their family and everything. I love that hustle that those people put in every day that goes unnoticed. Because I was one of those people. And I still am. I go out and get it. I just get it for my videos and do, you know, rather than a company or a normal job, I guess you'd say. But that's my number one thing, man. I love taking my kid to school because I didn't get to do it for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
well, we have kids. We got a little zoo at our house, right? And you have one little monster.
Yeah.
But what we do have in common is we both have daughters.
Yep.
And my question is, like, how did you feel when you had your daughter? Because for me, it was the most craziest feeling. And, you know, I don't know.
I felt like I just broke the law.
Yeah.
Like, and meaning, like, I'm driving home and I got this child in the back, and I'm like, like I'm waiting for somebody to pull me over. Who gave me permission to do this?
Yeah.
This is a human being. You know what I mean?
Bruh.
Oh God. Like, who said this was okay?
Right.
Like, this is crazy. Like, it all took a while to really kind of settle. I'm sitting there on the couch and she's sitting there in a little, from an early age, she loved the little swing thing.
Oh yeah.
So like early on, she was in that little thing. And she's sitting there and I'm just looking at her and I'm just like, and Paige is like, you don't have to be right there. I'm like, baby, you don't get this. I don't know what to do here. I don't know how it's like, it's okay. Just, she's okay. You know, so anyways, it was.
Did you have any brothers and sisters growing up?
Yeah. I got, my sister Molly. Yeah. But she's a doctor. She's in Seattle. You know what I mean? She's doing the professional life. And we've had the conversation before. I respectfully, I keep her out of a lot of my stuff. You know, every now and then you'll see her in some stuff, but she's not exactly dressing up like a child and dancing around and doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
So
do you get a lot of slack from that? Like as far as comment wise?
I get it more like with the stuff that I actually feel more passionate about is like my builds and some of the stunt stuff that I do. It's always like you're copying this person or that person, like a Travis Pastrana, you're copying, you want to be Travis Pastrana, you want to be Wilson Diesel, you want to be whoever. The honest truth is like if I'm copying anybody or replicating anybody, the people who influence me are like the Jackass guys and like Bam Margera and that type of stuff. That's the era really that when I look at something and I kind of have an idea, I literally think like, how would those guys do something like this? You know,
what's crazy, like when people say that though, it's like everybody has a hero that they look up to. Travis Pastrana has somebody he looked up to who's inspired him to do things that he does. Like before Travis Pastrana, who was it? You know what I mean? Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
So like, my thing is all these big time people doing something, even your baseball players. Oh, you're playing, King Griffey Jr. is up there. You're King Griffey because you want to be like Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
Well, no shit. Who wouldn't want to be like
the
best? You know what I mean?
It's truly a compliment, to be honest with you. Because like that's kind of how I like at first I was a little bit salty when somebody would say, something like that. But I kind of was like, you know what? If I do a video and they say, oh, you're a wannabe Theo Vaughn or I want to be whoever, I go to myself, well, that guy's like the best.
I know, yeah.
You're putting us in the same, you're putting not even the same sentence.
You're putting my name with this name
together. Yeah. That is unbelievable. Bro, you have no idea what you just did for me. Thank you. And that's the truth. Because they're not comparing LeBron James to somebody who rode the bench. Right. They compare him to Michael Jordan.
Exactly.
Now, why do they do that? Because these people are good. Whether they love one or hate the other, they're comparing them because they're both good, you know? And that's how I take it. Like they compliment me even when they're trying to dig on you.
Oh, yeah. At the end of the day, there's always going to be the way I talk to my mom or talk to my friends or, talk to other people. It's like, there's always going to be that negative because that's what, when you raise to different levels, there's going to be different devils amongst that, and like there's always going to be people trying to push you back or hold you down or try to stop you from going forward. That's just life and that's how it is. But like how we deal with those issues when we come to those walls really kind of makes and shows our character as a person. So keep doing what you're doing, dude.
Yeah, same,
keep making your videos.
Same.
I love this, like the teenager skits. Like I never, and that's what we do. We make skits. But like when I see people make skits, I'm like, that's funny. And if anything, I'm like, okay, this is how Cadence is going to act when she gets older, or it's how Eli's going to be. It's like, it's inspiration. And at the end of the day, you have your own personality. I think nothing of it. I say kudos to people getting out there and like exploring different options, creating content, entertainment, making people laugh. Cause like the world needs more laughter, at the end of the day. And my biggest thing is making people laugh. Like if you write like, hey, you made my day or something, like that's a big thing for me. What is like the big thing that for you, like when you see a comment, what is the comments that like make you feel the best?
It's similar, when you get those, that I inspired them to do something. Yeah. I've got people that have started their own businesses. Whenever I first kind of started my page, I mean, it was Whiskey Biz, like whiskey business, like party buses. That's what it kind of started as. Because I would be showing them doing my day job, and then I would come home and I'm built and that's the thing too. I built all the interiors in the buses in my driveway or in my shop. So I was showing the process and I was showing it. The whole reason I started it was just kind of market the party buses, you know, and there was more kind of like people kind of fell into wanting to see more of me and less of the buses and stuff. But the fact that like anybody would watch a video of mine and go start a business or or at least, dude, if it gets you out of freaking bed, man, and you just try, you know, that's huge for me. Just that I can help anybody, you know, better their lives, or at least attempt to better their lives, rather than having that kind of like what if or whatever. But yeah, that would be mine. Just the fact that they makes their life a little bit better, because a lot of these people, when they go for it, if they're hard workers, it works. You know, the only people that don't make it is the people that like, it's very, very rarely do you have that guy that works 20 hours a day and it does, and it never works out, you know? So, and I tell the people that too, like a lot, like that was kind of brutally honest with people starting out, was like, nah, how many hours a day you working right now? Yeah. You know, I'm working, you know, 40 hours a week. Okay. And then, but that's it. That's it. No, like for real, like, cause get ready to work 120, you know, you're going to be putting in every minute, every day, you know? But yeah,
do you find that hard? You know, we talked about last night at dinner. It's like a lot of the same issues that we go through in our house. You guys kind of do the same thing. The hours worked, and then like your wife is like your wife, but then it's like a business partner, and then, you know, the back and forth. How do you guys kind of get past, you know, because me and Whitney, we be every couple months, everybody's got a little breaking point. You know what I mean? Like, I love my wife. My wife loves me.
She's the reason you're married.
She's awesome. She is the reason I'm married, by the way. She is the reason I'm married. And
you said that last night, bro. I was dying.
She's the reason I'm still married.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that she supports. She works so hard on her end. But everybody, you know, at least for women, they have that one time a month. You know, and I've seen the trend. I'm all about reading trends, and that's what trend I read. Every month around the same time, you know, this issue pops up. But like, what gets you guys through those times? Because it's tough being married, being influencers, being in the camera light, you know.
But it's you know, the thing is too, it's like that with like no matter what, we had those moments prior to this lifestyle we live. You know what I mean? Like people have their shit. What it is for me, it's about picking and choosing your battles for, like, that's really what it comes down to. You know what I mean? Like, and it goes both ways. That goes for her too. Like, hey, if I got something going on and you think I'm wrong, or you know I'm wrong, maybe you got to let me have it. Cause I'm going to it goes the other way around too. I'm going to let, like, and if she heard me say that, whatever, she'd be like, oh, you don't let me, that's the whole point of it. Right. Like, I'll just let her figure it out by herself or whatever it may be. But, it's like, that's what it is, picking and choosing your battles. And it's not, we show you all what we want y'all to see, you know, the viewers and stuff. There's definitely, we have our bumps in the road as we go, but it's just, you know, pick and choose your battle. You got to just ask yourself, life's too damn short. Is this worse? Is this the hill to die on right here? Right. Yeah. If it's not, then guess what? We're going to get the Rocky Road ice cream. And, cause Mint, she don't like it and it ain't worth, you know, I'm going to let her have it, you know, or whatever it may be, you know? But yeah, so, you never take the trash out. Well, I did the last 3 days. Yeah. We ain't going to talk about that. I just didn't do it today. You know?
My thing is you said the trash. My thing is like, she's like, you never helped me on this side. This side meaning the house cleaning.
Yeah, I already know where you're going with that.
But you know, every so often I'm like, you know what? I'm called up today. The kids are home. We're going to clean this house while she's out getting her hair done. So we go through, we sweating, we cleaning. When she walks in, I'm just waiting for her to be like, man, it smells so good in here.
You ain't getting that?
No.
Hell no. You got a better chance of winning a lottery getting stuck by lightning twice in the same day.
I know, it's so funny. I mean, so it happens to you too. So it's just so funny how in sync your life is, you know, and our life being influencers. It's so funny how even just having dinner with you and your wife and your daughter last night. And thank you for that, by the way. Listen, I was going to buy their dinner and Whiskey Biz treated me to some Mexican. I was a basic white girl, had some chicken, cheese, and rice with a little bit of chorizo. And it was good, by the way. It was bussin', as we say. And what do they say in the teenage years if it's good?
Oh, it's gas. It's lit. It's, I don't know.
We got two ages here. We got preteen and we got full-fledged teen. But
no, for real though, I don't know that we can let our wives really hang out, to be honest with you.
I know.
Like your wife looks like the type that shakes the Skittles before she eats them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We would be in trouble. You know what I mean? If those two really had too much time together, I know that we would. So let's just keep that in mind.
Queen Biz over here, she means biz. And my wife, she means biz. She told me the other day she said, I wear the belt in a relationship. I'm like, okay, I wear the pants.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's the saying.
Yeah.
So
she gets like road rage when she's walking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I know who she is. Yeah, see what I'm saying? I know who she is, you know?
And then with my personality, I'm like, I think it's funny, you know?
Yeah.
It's just funny to see you guys at dinner, and we were eating in Bowling Green, which is a town here, which is wild. And so I just felt at home, you know? I was like, man, this is normal.
Never even left town.
It's so funny.
Yes, sir.
So all these crazy things you do, these builds, you got these big side-by-sides, the dude is crafty. Talk about man. A DIYer right here. Like man. He built the house whenever he was younger. He done all this addition and stuff. Like it's incredible all the cool toys you got out there.
Thanks, man.
What's your like prized possession as far as toys go out there?
Man, that's a tough one for real. Probably my wife's razor, sweet and low. We got to make sure we put the and in there, not in.
Sweet and low.
Yeah, because they serve us the damn cease and desist as well.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you haven't got any of those?
No. Surprisingly.
Yeah, you're hanging out with the wrong crowd, bro. For real. No, it'd probably have to be that one because like that was our first mud rig that we ever built, like specifically just to go in the mud type stuff. And I mean, we did have other sides of plane in it with big tires, whatever. But that was the first big one that we built for it, you know. And because who I am, and I just knew I was going to destroy whatever I built for myself, so I built it for her. And so she, you know, it kind of everything's tailored to her. Louis Vuitton seats, Louis Vuitton headliner, Starlight headliner, anything you can think of, it's catered to her. A truly beer tap,
That's
shifter. Awesome. As far as I know, the only powered seat in a side by side, you know, that I custom made for her. So
that's cool
because she's so, you know, she's sweet and low. She's got a sweet ass and she's low to the ground.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? 3 inches taller when she sits down. You know, all her baggage on her backside.
Okay.
You just let me know how long you want me to go because I got it, bro.
I got it.
But,
I got it.
No, she's my, you know, she's my partner in crime for
and
sure.
Y'all seem like you're like high school sweethearts or something. Like how long?
No, it was crazy. I saw her in high school because she was a little athlete, right?
Was she a lot cooler than you? Or
yeah, she was a cool kid. You know, but we didn't go to the same school.
Oh,
we were about 20 minutes apart. But yeah, she was like kind of cool kid. And her, and you know, in her school and stuff like that, athlete, played varsity as a freshman on basketball, that type of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, and then me, I'm just a punk. You know, I got my first tattoo in high school and got gauged ears and stuff. Like literally, like a little punk rock kid. You know, like polar opposites. But so she came to my town, Bowling Green, where, you know, and her school played my school. I just seen her little ass running around on the court, and I'm like, that's a problem I got to have in my life. You know, like for real. So. I was like, I'm going to go shoot my shot. I'm going to go talk to her. And when I was, the way it worked was like you had to go in one set of doors to go to like the visitor side, another set of doors to go into the home side. So you never really like had to like intermingle really if you didn't want to. So anyways, I start to go into the doors of the other side, the visitor side where they were, you know, at. And when I went to go reach for the door, literally, I remember like I don't remember anything, dude. I've had so many concussions like with all my racing stuff. I don't remember anything, but I remember this. I went to open the door swings open. It's her dad.
Oh, hell.
And of course I didn't know that though. It's just a guy, you know, he comes through and I'm like, go to hold the door. And then it's her mom. And then it's her and her boyfriend and her sister and her sister's boyfriend. And they just
piling out.
Yeah. And I'm just like, cause you know, game was over, whatever. I'm like, you know, I bitched out, bro. I didn't say anything. I didn't, you know, and it would have been one thing. It was just the guy.
Yeah.
I probably would have been like, hey, you know, what's up? Let me get your number. There was no Snap and all that back then. You know, it's 2008, I think.
So did you hit her up on like AIM or something?
No, it was Facebook Messenger.
Oh, gotcha.
So I just had like added her or whatever, you know. And then there was like I just had her on there. Never even DM'd her. Never did no weird stuff or not. You know, no. Wasn't trying to be smooth or nothing. But one time she posted this picture of this painting. I was like, hey, would you sell me that? That's cool. It had the number 3 on it, which was my racing number, and which was also her basketball number. And she's like, no, a friend made it for me, whatever. I can't sell it. So I was like, all right, bet. Well, then a few months after that, she DM'd me and she was like, hey, I'm in your town. You want to hang out? And then that's how it happened.
The rest is history.
Yeah, for real.
That's cool, man. That's awesome. That's cool how we all link up. Me and Whitney actually met in high school. and she dropped some books or something. I picked them up for her, and I was like, I like your glasses. I was super nerdy. I was in ROTC, and you know, I had cool friends, but my cool friends were also in ROTC.
Yeah.
So we were the uncool cool kids. Is that what I always like to say? So we was out in the backyard. He took me in the Razor or a side-by-side. What's the difference between a Razor and a side-by-side?
A side-by-side. A Razor is a side-by-side. Look at it like a
more for like utility and sport.
A truck and an F-150.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, a F-150 is a truck, but not all trucks are F-150s.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
So
we were in the side-by-side.
Yeah, we were in a Polaris Ranger. It's a side-by-side.
And we drove out to the iconic loop, you know, which got a bunch of views.
Yep, it did well.
And that loop is on screen, like I saw it before I came. On screen, I'm like, oh, it's a cool loop, you know? But I see it in person, I'm like, damn, that's a loop.
Yeah, it'll kill you.
So,
Yeah, it's for
talk
real.
to me about the loop. Like, what made you want to do the loop? What made you do the loop video?
Yeah. So I've got just a list of these kind of crazy concoctions, inventions. I don't even know what you want to call them, but these stunts, quote unquote. And I'm not really a stunt guy. That's kind of like my past stuff that I used to do. It used to be really wild, like early YouTube stuff, you know, I was telling you about. But like a lot of my stuff didn't even end up on there because I was filming my buddies and stuff. But anyway, so I was like, I want to make this loop. And this is when I was doing my welding job. I had some leftover parts and pieces off of a project, and it just kind of was sitting there in a scrap pile. And when I left my job, I kind of made a deal with them that, hey, I'd like that, you know, and we can work on some of the compensation that I'm kind of owed for that. Not like they owed me a bunch of money, but like you know, some of my banked hours and stuff like that. I was like, help me out with that, and we'll call it good. And
that's cool.
And anybody who's even, it was a bad deal for me. You know what I mean? Like anybody would have been like,
I just get this pile of junk.
Yeah, that we were going to throw away anyway. And so I ended up with a bunch of steel and started welding it together. It took me 3 months to build.
Do you know how tall it is? Like
it's 26 feet.
Jeez.
The tires were at 26 feet when it was upside down. It took me 3 months to build. And we actually even had to build a side-by-side custom tailored to that to be able to do it.
What do you mean? Like to make it like
skinnier,
more compact?
Skinnier, lighter, faster. So it'll be kind of like speaking Chinese to you, but anybody knows side-by-sides out there. I got a RS1, Polaris RS1, and then I actually already bought one that was turbo swapped. So it had all the turbo drivetrain in it. That's basically doubles the horsepower of the original unit. And then we went and just stripped anything off of it we didn't need. And then went and welded a bunch into it, kind of added the weight back, but at least it was for safety.
Yeah.
And after that, we just sent it.
So how many times did you try before it was
just one?
Once.
One and done.
So you was hoping for that, like, we better hope we did get this. That's insane.
Yep. And I had about 15 minutes of unused GoPro footage, just kind of working the nerve up to do it, you know.
So like, did you like, and then kind of back it down and you're like, I got this.
Yeah. I never felt like I got it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I never did.
And you were at a dead stop too. It was like straight takeoff.
Yeah. My plan was I was going to be able to rock it, you know, like you're riding a swing set. So you keep getting higher and higher. And then, I don't know, there's always that kind of like myth that my friend knows somebody that went all the way around. I mean, I don't know if that ever happened, but it was, you know, whenever I was a kid, yeah, Ricky, he went around one time, man. I didn't see it, but my cousin Larry, you know, but
he didn't break any legs.
Yeah. Look at him. He still got a boat. He got a little limp, but he's all right, you know? So anyways, but that didn't work. I couldn't, the way the engine braking works, on the clutching. So then I talked to one of my sponsors, CW Motorsports, that does my clutch work for me. And they're like, we can get rid of all that, you know, to make it. Well, I was having more luck just putting it in reverse and backing up the other side as far as possible.
Gotcha.
No matter how much I rocked. And so then I backed up as far as I could. And I was like, I was just telling myself I worked too hard on this thing. Like I worked months. You know, you quit your real job, you know, to do I was making other videos and shit, but this was one that was a big one happening in the background that nobody really knew about. So then anyways, I was like, I got it. Even if I don't make it, it's going to go good because I crashed. Yeah. You know, so anyways, sent it, made it. But dude, so many people think it's fake.
Really?
Yes. I've got a video edited 4-page. There's probably, because my videos did a few million, you know, there's other pages, like side-by-side pages that shared it that did 20, 30, 40 million views.
Wow.
Yeah. And on there, there's crazy. This is AI. This is not real. This is blah, blah, blah. Like for real, dude. Thousands of comments.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So did you ever just like,
No.
think about just...
I would love to do that. But dude, it's just the risk factor like is there. It was kind of like one of those, I did it one time and there's a lot of movement in it, you know, like, really? Dude, I built it in my garage, you know, like there's no specs, there's no engineers ever looked at it. Dude, I'm just a good old boy with a welder and a grinder and I made it. Like
a little sketchy.
Yeah, that exactly. Yeah, 100%.
And the car too itself.
Yeah,
the side by side.
Yeah, me and my buddy built all the cage and stuff for that. So it's like
insane.
Yeah, it's yeah. It was.
Did you say anything before you took off? Like, well, here goes nothing.
No.
Like you just
no. I just told because I'd played with like messed around with it a little bit. I just double checked with everybody and I was like, everybody's still rolling, right? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
That's wild.
Backed up and sent it.
That's cool, man.
You know, like I don't know, is he gonna do it? It's gonna do it. So I didn't want to even have their phones off. Is
that the video that kind of created Whiskey Biz? Like,
no, dude.
What was like the video that
my wife driving my truck?
Really?
Mm-hmm. Early on, got several million views. I remember waking up one day and I had 30,000 followers. I remember waking up to it.
Dang.
And then it's like, damn, people like this. I literally had like 3,000 followers and went to 30,000 overnight. And then, so it was my wife driving my truck and just acted like her. You know, I came in the truck. I had a Louis Vuitton bag. I slung it to the back and...
Wait, you were impersonating your wife?
Yeah,
gotcha.
Driving my truck and running the seat all the way up.
That's cool.
Messing with every single mirror, chapstick through it, whatever, and then went backed out, whatever, and it just went crazy. So then I did it again and kind of went a little bit more with it and a little bit more. The whole reason those stopped was because they would just give me violations for dangerous, like because eventually the truck had to move.
Right.
I can only do so much like prepping to drive, Yeah. So then I kind of quit doing those just because I couldn't move the truck no more.
Interesting. That's cool. What else we got going? You got a ton of merch. He's got a killer setup, all kinds of cool outfits and stuff. If you guys ever get a chance, where could they find some stuff like that?
Whiskey Biz swag. You can Google us or whatever, but I'm on all the platforms. We got the links in the bios and all that stuff. So yeah, we got all that stuff going. So yeah.
I'm gonna pick me up some today for sure.
For sure, we got you. Dog.
And what is this that you brought over here? Like
this is my it must my Stanley Cup case. I got real thirsty. I got one bottle of water here, but my Stanley Cup. This, you know what I mean. Stanley Cups are in. You're just not in with the trends. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know anything about.
Yeah. Your wife ain't got a Stanley or nothing like that.
My wife has a Stanley, but I've never seen her carry a Stanley.
Really?
Cup.
See, I think
they're called tumblers.
Yeah, you're just not up with the times.
I need to get up with the times.
What else could we do? What other like play on words could we do with the tumbler?
Yeah. I don't know.
Other than the Batman car.
The tumbler?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the tumbler.
That's cool.
The reason I know that because I looked into building one.
You need to. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, you talk about Discovery Channel. Like what I see and what I envision with you in the future is like some kind of, you remember Jesse James?
Oh yeah,
and like all the crazy builds, motorcycles.
That's real. Like
they need to do side by sides with you.
Do what I'm telling you. When I started doing the shit, like you asked me like kind of what like how did you want to do welding and stuff forever? Like that was like I didn't even really care to have a motorcycle, but I wanted to build them and I wanted to like make ATVs and stuff cool. He was one of them.
Like, you can make Jesse them look
James,
nasty.
Yeah. Jesse James and the West Coast Customs and all that stuff was going on. Whatever the other one was with the dad with the choppers.
Oh yeah, American choppers.
American choppers. Yeah, like that type of stuff was hot, and I didn't really care to have a chopper, but I just wanted to build cool stuff, So of course I know Jesse James. Yeah.
And you also have done a lot of like engraving and stuff.
Yeah.
We talked about you got a razor out here with like some custom engraving and stuff. So what do you like about the engraving versus like getting stuff wrapped?
Yeah. So like, dude, I just like everything being like unique and cool. And if I can put my touch on it. And by that, I mean, like, that's why I like tattoos and everything. Like, nobody's going to have the same thing, no matter how hard they try. They can't get the exact same, tattoo that's on your arm. We can use the same stencil and stick it on me. It's going to look a little different. It's so it's the same thing with the engraving stuff. I like everything to be, even unique. If it takes longer, even if it's harder to do, to me, it's just that much more unique and it's cool and it's it's your own, you know.
It's eye catching. I mean, even inside your home, like y'all's bedroom, super cool, like custom cutout window stuff. Like it looks like something off of like Harry Potter or something to me.
Yeah,
Like, you go to Disney and see some stuff like that.
So that's funny because the tree cutout, that's where I got the idea for. It was a Disney store. They had it was like a plastic tree. It was all 3D printed or something. And I was like, I want to make that out of steel. So then I just tried to find a place in my house I could make it work.
Crazy.
That's so wild you said that though, because that's awesome. Where that idea came from.
That's cool. A couple more questions before we sum everything up. What is like something that you guys struggle with within social media? Is there anything in particular that are hurdles that you guys come to, or that you wish that you could change within like the platforms?
Well, so in this space, in the off-road space, the racing space, whatever you want to call it, that I'm doing, I have a lot of people that have helped me out and backed me. And one thing that sucks is like I struggle with being able to show them the love and everything that they deserve. And I mean that by if I make it like a commercial or, hey, go check out this tire or go check out this whatever, it flops. The videos flop and I'm not getting them the recognition they deserve. And I would love to be able to tag them and do that. And that's something that like I struggle with because they don't understand it really sometimes. Why I'm doing this with this guy, but he doesn't tag me in his post. I'm like, yeah, but that's the thing. If I tag you, it kills it, dude. And it's so much better if I'm wearing your t-shirt or if your sticker's on my buggy or maybe a poster's in the background and that video does 10 million views. I promise you'll sell more tires, for example, if we do it like that, rather than I go, look at these tires.
Yeah.
You think of them, you know, like that, they scroll right past it, you know? And after that hits a time or two, then it kind of clicks with them. Yeah. And that's why a lot of my people that I got, I've had them for a while.
Really?
I don't get, I don't have a whole lot of new friends, no new friends, it's, I keep the people and roll with them because it takes a minute for them to kind of understand that. Once they do, it's on, that's one of the things I struggle in. If there was one thing I could change, it would be like, if y'all don't like my videos, if you don't like my wife's videos, you don't like her purple hair, if you don't like how you dress up as a kid, whatever it may be, hey y'all.
It's a little girl.
Y'all can just scroll.
Yeah.
Because it's going to sound crazy. This might break the internet. Social media is free.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't paying no subscriptions. Y'all ain't doing, you just looking at it. So
100%.
You just pulled up on your phone that you already paid a bill on anyway. And my ugly face popped up on your screen. I couldn't help that.
Right.
I apologize. You don't like it, but you can just, now you don't have to, but just know when you do comment or whatever, whether it's good or bad, that helps me come right back to your page. Yeah. And it also helps me grow. So just,
a lot of people don't understand the algorithm part.
Yeah.
You're doing yourself a bad deed if you invest any time. Just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
Like you said.
I promise you. And I will say this is me being honest. I block, I talk to a lot of creators that never block anybody, any of that. No, I block lots of people. My block list is long because if it's something because I want people, I treat people how I want to be treated.
Yeah.
If they post stuff or someone or something that I don't necessarily care for, I would never leave a comment.
Right.
I'm just going to go block them. It's so much easier for me and for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be on somebody's screen that doesn't like me. I can't imagine that they do want to be on mine. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I highly encourage it. Like seriously, if I pop up on there too much, shoot me a block, shoot me a snooze account or whatever those may be, and go on with your life. I promise you it's better.
I'm going to piggyback off of what you said about, business partnerships or brand deals or sponsorships, whatever you may call it. I agree with you. If we as creators make those videos as organic as possible, they do what they're supposed to do.
Yep.
If we create these videos as if it's a commercial or like, hey, I got this new hood, and it's very obvious that, hey, we're making this video for this product, then it will flop. And it's because naturally people don't like ads. For example, on YouTube, is there any time that an ad is playing and a skip button pops up, that you just ignore the skip button and continue to watch the ad? Hell no. You hit skip. You know, no one wants to watch it.
ASAP, baby. You're hitting that thing.
Yeah. I mean, even my kids, I mean, I'll watch them. And my daughter, who's 2, knows how to skip ads, which is insane. But she will continue to tap the screen in the spot where it's like counting down because she don't know any better until it pops up. And then as soon as it pops up, it works.
Yeah.
You know, so I would agree. I would encourage big companies, if you're listening, let us do our job. Let us do it as organic as possible. And it will, in return, do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. 100%. I really, like I said, the only time that people like have issues is if it's like, oh, this is what we have to have. You know, I'm like, bro, the reason that you have this program is because your social media isn't doing what you want it to do. So that's why you're reaching out to me to ask me to help you with it. And the first thing we got to do is change what you're doing. You know, like, and so, anyways, that's something that's kind of, you know, something I struggle with a little bit, you know, because I just want to show the love to them. But they kind of got to give me some leash, you know, let me run, man, you know.
I agree.
So, well, I was going to say, I got a couple questions for you if it's cool.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look real quick. How long you think you're going to live for?
How long do I think I'm going to live for? I'm hoping, you know, I'm not doing crazy stunts like yourself, but at least like 100. I mean,
for real?
I mean, I think so. You know, if I keep up my running like I say I'm doing, which I haven't been.
How's that working?
I've been running. You know, my doctor asked me the same question. Like, I've been running, but dude, when I started, I was sore everywhere. My armpits, my rib cage. Running sucks.
Yeah, you just gotta work in light, dog.
If I hate bees or anything that looks like a stinger. Hummingbirds, I'm fearful. Like, I hate hummingbirds.
Yeah.
I'm running from something usually, but I've been running lately. I told my doctor I've been running, but I come down with like this head cold. So I haven't been running like the past week, but I'm gonna get back at it as soon as I get better.
Hell yeah. Good.
How old do you think you're going to be?
I just want to, like, for real, I don't know. Like, obviously none of us do, but I want to talk to and hang out with my grandkid.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, that's, if I can see my grandkid, like, you know, grow up a little bit, I'm good. You know, I just want to see that because I like, and the reason that's my answer, the best thing ever happened to me was my wife and she brought me my monster, you know? So like, I want to see that for her because those are my most important people in my world. So,
and how cool would it be to tell your grandkids, like, hey, you see that loop? It's a half a loop at this point because you've wrecked it.
It'll be sunk in the ground.
You see that loop out there? Your papa went around that back in 2024.
Yeah, they're going to be in some like kind of metaverse or something. They'll be like, your grandpa used to be like a TikToker or something.
Yeah, what's that?
A streamer or whatever. I don't know what we'll be doing in the next few years, but yeah.
But I think I'll live a little bit longer. I'm hoping because I think if we just keep active and like keep busy, keep your mind busy, it's like whenever you get depressed and down and when you stop, I feel like you die off.
Yeah.
You know, so as long as like we keep active, you could just live how long, you know?
That's one of the things you're talking about, like being creators and stuff. That's one thing that I know about, like, that we all kind of have in common is like not just the staying active, but you're staying productive, you're staying busy, you're doing something all the time. Like I wake up every day and do this on my own. Nobody tells me what to do, how to do it, or any of that shit. So I'm like, and it's the same kind of thing with you. Like, you're reaching out to come here to do this with me. Like, we all have that in common. That nobody told you to do that. Nobody told you to go, you should do this, or, start a pod or do whatever. You're doing it on your own, like staying active like that. So like, yeah, you might be because you got that drive. You staying active.
Yeah,
it's possible. It's possible. All right. You got a bucket list.
Yes.
Like,
and you may be able. I do have a bucket list.
Can you give me a couple things off of it?
Yes, and I'd be down to do something like this with you if you like heights. Do you like heights?
I don't like lifts and planes and stuff.
Well, you don't like flying. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go skydiving.
I already done it.
Yeah,
dude. Okay. Prior to being married and having a child, when I had no responsibilities, oh no, I was your boy. We'd go do anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done it all. Like I did the hang gliding.
Yeah.
Skydiving.
I want to do skydiving. So if anybody's listening, they're like, hey, let's go do it. Let's go do it.
Right on. I want to drive the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck.
Oh, like
the big hot dog drives down
truck.
the road. Yeah, I want to drive that. I want to meet Beetlejuice.
The real original? He's
No,
probably
little
dead.
brother, little black guy with his eyes everywhere. Little Beetlejuice off of Howard Stern show.
Oh, him. Yeah. I know exactly. What you're
Yeah.
doing. I thought you meant like Beetlejuice.
No. Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I was in the
Yeah,
army.
he's funny.
Yeah,
He's super funny.
I bet it'd be so cool
Yeah.
meeting him.
I do want to also end up on like, I'd love to have like Theo Vaughn on the show or just
That'd be
like
crazy, man.
intermingle with him. One day it's going to happen. I'm a big believer in like
Yeah.
having a dream, setting goals and chasing after it. One day I will have a conversation with the man.
Yeah.
And we're going to cut it up and we're going to laugh.
Dude, it's so funny that you say that because that's exactly how I feel about it. Because I'm sure you feel the same way. I've seen it happen, like with my friends or with me or whatever. Like it's just part of the plan, and you just keep working towards it. And you don't quit, no matter how many people tell you it's stupid, and it works.
Take social media for example. Before 1 million followers on TikTok, before 500,000 followers on TikTok, I told Whitney, I'm like, hey, I think we got something.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm like, honey, I think we got, and I did that shit before social media. I did it with my normal job. Like I wanted to move up the ladder. I wanted to be the boss.
Yeah.
And when I become the boss, I wanted to be their boss, and like, I'm a big believer, like set your goals, chase your dreams. And a lady told me one time, if you believe it, you can achieve it like 100%.
Yep. No doubt. Let me look here.
Damn, you got a whole personal narrative over there.
Bro, yes. I'm telling you, like, I've been playing it cool. Like, I think I know who you are. You're like, no, but for real, I was excited that you had me on here.
Yeah.
You already told me that you've never been in side by side, so I know you ain't really been mudding or nothing like that before. Now this is a hard hitting question right here. This might get a little personal, a little deep. You may not want to talk about, but you got a bidet? Do you like a bidet?
Man, I'm glad you're asking me this because I've never used a bidet.
Okay.
But I know a guy who has a bidet attachment to his toilet, and I've heard they're very life-changing.
They are.
I use these things called dude wipes, which when I went to your bathroom, I saw some on yours. So, I just recently started using dude wipes because my wife, she don't use dude wipes.
Yeah, she got them for you or whatever.
Yeah, she got certain kinds, but do you
check it out? I got
bidet?
one. I got the bolt. I got, you know what I mean? I got one off Amazon, $20.
Is this custom? Did you build this custom?
No, I didn't build a custom. You could get one off the shelf, man. If I had, I'll tell you this though, if they went away tomorrow, I would build one if I had to though. Because they're great. They're great. I like asking people that because so many people don't know about it. My mom, she was at my house here chilling right here in this living room with us. She's like, hey, I just went to your restroom and you don't, babe, he's like, babe, Bryce, you don't have a bidet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mom, I'm not, she's like, well, I know you're doing good now. You can put a bidet on there. And I'm like, Mom, I'm not Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a billionaire, dude. Bidets cost like $1 trillion, don't they? She's like, no, they're like $19 on Amazon. I'm like, shut up. I get on there, put it on there. Dude, changed my life.
That's
for
awesome.
Real.
My buddy, so we built a house and this older man who I used to work with, he was like, make sure you do this to your house. He's built a ton of homes and he was like, there's certain things you want to do. He told me I needed to put a plug in behind my toilet. And I was like, what for? He was like, for a heated toilet seat. He's like, you have to install a heated toilet seat. I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm like, that thing probably cost a ton of money.
Yeah.
I don't need that yet. I'm not old. I'm not on blood thinner. I sweat all the time.
Yeah.
But do you have a heated toilet seat?
No. But one of my buddies, he's a sponsor of mine and he's just become a real good friend. I went and stayed at his rental house. Okay. I mean, this dude's eating, you know what I mean? No dollar menu. This dude's eating, I'm telling you. And I get there, stayed in his guest house or whatever. And I go in the bathroom and it's just like, makes a noise, lights turn on, toilet seat goes up. And I'm like,
all by itself?
Yeah.
Like it was Wall-E or something?
Yeah. And then on the wall, you can pick like how aggressive of a flush it's going to do, like how wild you're planning to get,
That's
the pressure of the
cool.
water when it sprays on you, the temperature of the water, the whole nine. If the toilet can do it, this thing did it, and it was in his guest house. So I'm like,
that's insane.
Yeah. So
I wonder what he got in his personal bathroom.
I know, that's what I said. That's what I was like, I want to check out your house. But anyway, no, I like asking that question. It's a fun question, and
That's cool.
and it for real, it's changed your life.
It's a duvet. Bidet.
Yeah.
So I always got it mixed up with duvet, like the cover, and bidet. And I learned not too long ago. I don't have a lot of like big word common sense, and everybody knows that watches the show.
Me either.
But like, I'm a little smart, but I'm also a little dumb.
Yeah.
Proud of it.
People think like some of the stuff that, like, if they kind of really understand some of the stuff that I'm doing, like how wild it is, you know, I'm a little bit smarter than I am, but I'm literally like, no, I stand back and look at it. I'm like, that'll work. I'll do my measurement like this and go over here. And that's what my wife does. And, but I do now and I think later always, you know, after the fact. No doubt.
Dude, I appreciate you letting me come up here. I know it's a bit, you know, as busy as you guys are, you got a lot going on. The TV show, the merch, the content, the child, your normal lives. But I truly do appreciate you letting me come up here, let me set up all this stuff, move furniture out of the way.
Yeah, dude, we made it work.
Get some stuff from the garage. We got the Iron Man helmet here. We got the, is this a door?
Yeah, this is the door off of the original Sweet and Low
Is
build.
that right here, the original?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the original one.
Sweet.
But that's the thing too, just real quick for listeners, is like, these things look beautiful all the time, but what people don't understand is we actually do ride these things and beat on them and destroy them. So about every year we got to tear them all the way down, repaint stuff, repowder coat stuff. Like this is living proof of it. The doors, like put new doors on it, new cage on it, all that stuff. So it's a whole lot of work that goes on behind the scenes.
When you do clean it, what do you do? Just
we spend about,
because it's all waterproof, I'm assuming, inside.
Yeah, yep, for the most part. Yeah, there's a few things that aren't, but like it takes 8 to 12 hours to clean one.
But they are sharp whenever they're clean.
That's so that's the thing too. Like I kind of get like, there's a few kind of like hater pages or whatever where they're like I hater pages. They're like side by side pages where they're like haters of mine, where they kind of talk about like how clean I keep my stuff or whatever. Like they talk about all of it, but that's one of the things they resort to, is like kind of talking about that. And at the end of the day, if a company is going to pay me or give me their product or whatever, the very least I can do is have it look nice. So when I pull up, people look at their product and they can read the logo, or you don't got to ask me what axle I run, because you can read the Demon logo. You know, like,
what kind of axle is that? Hold on. Started cleaning it off.
You know, like that. And they're expensive.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money I do or don't ever have. I'm going to take care of what's mine. You know what I mean? I'm going to do the best that I can. It's just about when you see these buggies pull up on the park all clean. Now, don't get me wrong. Sunday, when we load them up, then we're probably going to have a wheel hanging off and they're going to be nasty and dirty and all that.
Yeah.
But when you see them pull up like at first, and that's how I got one of my biggest sponsors I got.
That's cool.
Was they saw how I pulled up to the park and handled myself and met people and climbed in the mud and was winching people out with my spotless buggy. I just stick it right in the hole and didn't, you know, and went and got them out, you know. And
that's what you do.
Yeah. And look, and it, I don't want to put them out there like that, but yeah, it led to something really, really good for me.
That's cool, man. So I'm excited to see you grow as a creator. I'm excited to see you grow with, you know, your TV shows and stuff.
Likewise,
I truly mean that for people. Like, I love bringing people on, creators, people who have got big things going on for them, and just like truly wishing them the best. And if this show opens or cracks the door for people, like, that's truly why we do this. So I'm a big believer in like building people up. I love fostering the growth for others. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thanks for the dinner. Thanks for letting me use your home. Thanks for showing me all your cool shit out there. We about to create some videos today.
Yeah, we got to make a couple videos for sure.
And, you know, I met your daughter who's a fan, which is, I love that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I appreciate it. Whiskey Biz, everybody. Before we go, do tell them some socials where they can catch all your cool stuff.
Dude, I'm Whiskey Biz on everything. The only thing that I'm going to tell you on that is I got probably 100 fake accounts out there. So
amen to that.
Just
Look for that check mark.
Yeah, just be careful with them. You know, they get pretty creative these days on how to take you guys for money. I'm never going to ask you for a dime, man. You watch my videos and like it. That's all I ask. So I appreciate that. And yeah, Whiskey Biz on everything. My wife is Boss Whiskey Biz. Check her out too. She's much better looking than me.
And if you haven't seen any of his stuff, I encourage you to go see it. If you like our stuff, you'll love his skits. I don't build anything cool, but this dude builds all kinds of cool shit. So go check it out. Watch him on the Discovery Channel. Go follow him. And again, I truly do appreciate you taking the time and letting us come here and set up.
Thanks, man.
All right. Until next time, guys, you know what to do. As always, give this video a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Like it. Share it. Tell your cousins, sisters, brothers, uncle about it. And at the end of the day, stay awesome and stay sweet. We'll see you next time.